His Excellency Charles Soludo did what others have been doing,
including Peter Obi.
Of course, yes.
Because Peter Obi conducted a local government election.
He conducted a local government election, and I can tell you that most of the people, in fact, the person who represented my ward in that election lost the election.
Okay, quickly, let's now look at what is happening in the Anambra State House of Assembly, or what happened in that assembly. I'm not sure you were in the state when the local government election was conducted.
Yes.
Okay, you were not around.
I was around.
Okay. Are you comfortable with the conduct and the outcome of that election?
It followed the usual pattern, the stupidest pattern, okay, which I'm not going to blame nobody for. Okay, there was no election. It was a selection. The government in power put people, and it has been the trajectory all along. So Charlie, Charles Soludo is, I don't call people one buff.
Well, he prefers that.
No, call him that.
Okay.
Charles Soludo, as His Excellency Charles Soludo, did what others have been doing,
including Peter Obi.
Of course, yes.
Because Peter Obi conducted a local government election.
He conducted a local government election, and I can tell you that most of the people, in fact, the person who represented my ward in that election lost the election. She was beaten flat.
By who?
By a candidate of the PDP. That time we were in Apuga. So it was beaten flat. But the result sheet for the election was in my house while I was in US. And when they told me the person who won the election, I directed, in accordance with what has been the norm, that somebody called Ojeni Ogilisi should go and take the results from my house and put the name of the person who failed. And he won. He went in there and served. And the person is still rising and rising and rising. So it is normal.
So the person that failed was announced the winner?
Yes.
And you contributed to that anomaly?
Of course. I was part of it. If you want to take me to jail, go and take me to jail.
Why would you do that?
Because that is a norm in Nigeria. They say that the local government elections, as long as it is done by the state, is a selection process, and people keep on doing selection processes.
So, is it safe to say you are contributing to the anomaly facing our democracy?
I was in a race where only madmen do run, and to join them in that race, I have to undress and run with them.
Oh, really?
Unless you won't be in the race.
So, is it safe to say you are in a better position to criticize the government since you contributed in the...
I have been advocating all along that thing should be scrapped.
What?
I mean, the idea of states conducting elections, having the whims and caprices on their hands, it doesn't make for, better development of the state. I'm against it. But if you're serving, okay, assuming I say, I will not do it, or I'm sacked or whatever, will it stop the anomaly? It will stop. I will be inside, and from inside I'm fighting it. So I'm fighting it till tomorrow.
But you didn't fight it by helping to rig an election.
No, I told you what happened. When that election happened.
Okay. Yeah, you said the PDP candidate won.
Of course, very well. In my own ward, I gave you an example with my ward.
In your ward.
And you can be sure the same thing happened in a lot of places.
Yes, and then you gave an instruction that the result should be changed.
Yes.
To favor another candidate.
Yes, I did it, and I have since gone to confession for it, and I'm sure my sin have been forgiven. But it doesn't mean that the sin wasn't committed. It was committed.
Okay, now, Peter Obi cancelled the local government election in Nnewi twice. It was done, and it was won by one. Because
Apuga has never won Nnewi on any election.
So why was he? Cancelling the result?
Yes, because if you declare somebody else, Nnewi is a big town. Half for Nnewi nada. If you say somebody else won, they cause confusion. So the best is to say it's inconclusive and appoint a caretaker.
So Peter Obi is not indeed, that saint in quotes. He's being adjudged.
I don't know what you mean by being a saint. Peter Obi has always said he's not a saint.
Okay.
Okay. He's a human being. Okay. And he follows political exigencies in place.
So it is possible that he rigs elections.
I don't know about rigging election. He doesn't rig election. What do you mean by rigging election?
Well, because he said he cancelled the result because Nnewi cannot be left in the hand of the opposition. So that means cancelling the election that was clearly won by another political party.
That is a decision of government to do that based on what is on ground at Nnewi then, and throughout the reign of even the APGA as a party, okay, and comments and following, Nnewi had always gone a different trajectory. when Ifeanyi was alive, may his soul rest in peace, he was clearing here in all elections.
Yes.
And there's no way you can take it away from him. The only way is to use a government fiat. And government fiat is so declared inconclusive, also says there was an anomaly.
So it is
part of political game that is going on in Nigeria.
And Peter Obi is not an exception.
How can he be an exception? He was an exception in areas that he had a hold of. There are areas he has a hold of. And I don't want to discuss Peter Obi. I don't know why anytime we come to Obiano has ruled and went, passed. I don't want all the time people come.
You work more with Peter Obi than Obiano. That's why
I was the DG. I was the person who made Obiano governor.
We know.
I was the DG of the campaign, and I did everything to make him governor. And I served him for one year plus.
Is it possible that you did what you did in the local government election in Obiano's election? Of
course, no. That one you have no control. It is handled by INEC. Okay, the National Election Commission handles the state elections. You have no control. It is the federal that has control over it.
Okay,
and that's why you can never. And that's why we advocate that something similar happens in the local government system, so that people can have a say in what they do. And it is because these things happen. That's why you will notice that now that Fubara, I heard you mention about Fubara in River State. When he comes back now and meets
the local government chairman
who were not appointed or elected by him, he will be serious. He will give them their money to handle.
He has to.
If he doesn't give them, they will report to the House of Assembly.
And maybe impeachment comes.
And something comes out of it. Now, a place like Idemili, for example, collects on average 120 million every month as allocation. Okay, that gives you approximately almost 14 billion. Yes, 1 point something billion in a year, throughout for the 4 years now. Tell me what the people of this local government have enjoyed that are what
the money that
accrues to them. But if you have an independent process, maybe the person in Idemili South is from APC or from YPP, he will ask for his money.
Absolutely.
And you give him his money. And the difference will be clear. Now the people are not seeing nothing. What happens that governors decide what projects to do and they concentrate it where they want to put it. They do everything. They go to places and do market. And that's why there is no... You are talking about Anambra election. Is there any campaign going on? Are you seeing the normal movement?
Being active.
Have you seen any rallies? People are not being talked to.
Why?
Because they are hoping... Party A is hoping that on that day they bring out money and buy. Even when you meet some of the candidates, they say we are reserving some of our money so that at least we can buy
on the
election day. Buy. The word is buy, not vote, not buy. Okay? That's for one group. And that group is planning to rig the election. And they will rig the election.
From
wherever. Okay? That is their own plan. Opus Odinma came from being fought to become the governor and seize the governorship. Okay, you'll be surprised to see on the election day the result that will come out from Lilu, from Osumohu.
And you wonder,
how are you going to wonder? We are expecting it to happen. The issue is to whose favor will it go? That is the question, not whether it will happen.
Okay, so would you still vote with all these inconveniences?
You say, would I vote? Why shouldn't I perform my civic responsibility?
All right, now that you've gone for confession, if you have the opportunity to repeat what happened in the local government election,
I won't even participate in it again. I won't even take part in it.
If you are appointed,
I will never take an appointment to go and run a local government election under the state laws. I will never do that. If you do that, I will reject it. I will tell them I not go, because at this stage you don't know when it will happen. So it's better you are prepared, because you don't know when the knock will come and you just go to hell, right? Or they show you the way to hell.
Okay.